Hey, welcome. This is not a fancy live again because it's not. I'm waiting for everybody to come in my impromptu live streams. I keep saying I'm gonna keep on doing these little pop-ups until I could get my life together. So here we are. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. So guys, okay, where do I start? You know, if I come on this live stream, it's because I have a lot to talk about. But first of all, I'm putting together a vlog about the last couple of days of Carnival, which I thought was amazing. I was in Cologne on Sunday for Domingo Carnavalito, and when I tell you, I had a blast. So I have some footage between that, and I also have footage of the Bautizo del Diablo that I want to share with you guys also in a vlog. Literally, I'm just waiting for my daughter to go back to school. She starts school on Thursday. When she starts school on Thursday, that means that I have more time to do things. She was home for the whole summer, and literally I couldn't do anything because she was just. So let me tell y'all what happened to me. You know, I try my best to support Panamanian artists all the time, but this is the second time this has happened to me, y'all. And I'm laughing because it's really not that funny, but I'm laughing because I'm gonna be just very honest with you guys. I can see why Panamanian artists don't exceed out of Panama. They don't go outside of Panama. I can literally see the reason why, because their work ethic is horrible. Give you an example. So for the first rum and brunch, you know, okay, so let me just give you guys a backstory. Yes, Cologne does have the best comparsas. There's a law in Panama that states that if you bring in an international artist to Panama to perform, you have to have a Panamanian artist. So if you didn't know, now you know, okay? Honestly speaking, I don't really think that's a bad thing because you want to give people from your patria, you want to support other local Panamanians. Hold on, sorry guys, I'm gonna. Hold on, y'all. I gotta tell you this, bochinche. So, there's a law in Panama that says that if you are going to have an international artist, so for example, if I'm a party planner or event planner, and I decide that I want to bring another artist that's not Panamanian to Panama, I have to contract, contractar. Contractar is contract, right? I have to contract. It doesn't even sound like right English. But yo tengo que contratar a Panamanian artist, okay? Somebody from here from Panama. So the first time I did it, everything went smoothly, but that's just because who the person I was dealing with. Me and the person actually developed a really good relationship, a really good business relationship. He's one of the biggest managers here in Panama that he manages some of the biggest artists in Panama. He's super responsible. And the thing about this particular manager is that he also travel outside of Panama with his artists to places like Miami and other parts of the world. So he's familiar with, hold on, I gotta share this live with somebody, y'all. Hold on. Somebody wants to come on the live. Right? So you have to have a Panamanian artist, which is, I guess, it's supposed to be fair, right? So the first time it went wonderful. The second time, which was Rum and Brunch that just passed this one, I had a Panamanian artist that was supposed to perform. He charged me a specific amount of money. I gave him the deposit. Of course, we had contracts in place, right? The day before the event, he contacts me and like, hey, what time do I show up? I told him you show up at 5 o'clock. This is the time that you're gonna perform. He never shows up. Okay, he never shows up. He never calls me to say he's not showing up. I'm looking at the time because I was so busy doing Rum and Brunch weekend, and I'm looking at the time. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy didn't show up. So I hit up the manager and I'm like, hey, your artist, where's the artist? The manager has the audacity to tell me, oh, he doesn't know where his artist is because he's in Dominican Republic right now. And I'm like, how is that my business? How is that my problem that you're in Dominican Republic? You're the manager. You're supposed to know what's going on with your artist. You were supposed to make sure that your artist arrived here on time. And then on top of that, because I know how a lot of these artists are and I know how the culture here in Panama is, I made sure and I gave him a time that wasn't his time. So I gave him 3 hours before his start time so that he could be there on time. So that means that if I told him 5 o'clock, more than likely it was because his time was supposed to go, he was supposed to perform at 7, right? But I knew he was going to be, I figured he was going to be late because he has, people say, that he has a reputation of always being late. So I'm like, okay, he never shows up. I hit the manager like, listen, I don't know where your artist is right now, but I need my money now. Return my money. Anyway, make a long story short, he returns back the money. Never apologized. They never apologized for what happened. They never gave an explanation as to what happened. He just simply was just like, oh, here's the money back. And then that was that. So now I have to face the audience now because there were people that were coming to the show to see him. Suppose I had some rum-conscious people that would have came to Rum and Brunch expecting to see this artist. They paid their money to see the artist, and then the artist doesn't show up. That was the first time. The second time, right, this artist, okay, same thing, okay? He was ringing out my phone for this deposit, or whatever, and I gave him the deposit, and guess what he did? He just didn't show up. So these artists, especially Panamanian artists, they have this tendency of, they'll book you, but if there's another gig that's coming out with more money or they're paying them more money, what they're going to do is they're going to take the other gig. That's what they're going to do. They're going to take the other gig, and when they take the other gig, you're there like, okay, what about me? Now, he's like, oh, he's not going to get there on time because, what he said, he's not going to get there on time because it was traffic. Now, Carnival weekend in the city, there was literally no traffic, okay? Because there was really no Carnival in the city, and everybody was in the interior. So that, my dear, was bullshit. It was a lie, okay? He said he was going to give me back the money. He said, oh, I'm going to give you back your money or whatever for the deposit. But he's like, I'm not going to give it back to you Tuesday because I'm still, going through all the motions or whatever with Carnival. So on Wednesday, I'm going to give you back your deposit. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. Wednesday passed. I haven't heard from him. Thursday passed. I didn't hear from him. Friday now comes, right? And I hit him up like, hey, where's my money? This man is so delusional, okay? This is so delusional that he says to me, oh, well, I'm not giving you back your money because I don't charge you the amount of money that I charged you. I'm like, how is that my business? I asked you how much you charge. You told me your price. I said, sorry, I don't have a budget for that, which was fine. I would have been like, okay, cool, no problem. But then you said, how much do you have? I said, I have this. And you said, okay, I'm going to take it. So now how is it just because you didn't charge the price or you felt like you were underpaid? I didn't make the price. You made the price, boo. Okay? Now you don't want to give me back my deposit? So I'm like, why? He's like, oh, you could go to the law. You could go wherever because I'm going to win. I could go to the law and trust me, I will win. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Buenas. ¿Cuál era?
Ah, no, mi hermana que me mandó a comprar un pelo, pero ella me dice que si yo sé el tono que ella... Ponme en videollamada, que hay otro aquí que yo no me acuerdo el tono que tiene.
Girl, you're going to have to rewind this and then watch it from the beginning. So basically, he was like, oh, he was not going to get back the money or whatever. And I'm like going back and forth. He's like, oh, we go to the courts and I'm going to win. No, you're not going to win. Let's just be honest. You're not going to win because I have you on voice notes. Okay, I have all the evidence that I need. The issue is, hold on, y'all. Do I really want to go back and forth? I am sick and tired of the court system. I am sick and tired of having to go back and forth between the court system. I just don't understand why people just don't do the right thing. So anyway, so he didn't give back my money. He's like, oh, the only thing that you could do is have another event and then I'll come perform at that event. And I'm like, why would I want you? In my mind, I'm like, why would you think I would want you at my next event if you didn't show up at this one? Why? Why would you think that? But this is what I'm saying. People just be having audacity. But I bet you if I was a guy, he wouldn't do that. He would not do it. So then I said, okay, make a video apologizing to the people as to why you did not show up at the event, right? Apologize because you know people were there to see you. Send the video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send the video. I just didn't send the video right now. He goes, oh no, oh, I said, so send a video, whatever, apologizing to the people. He's like, yeah, I'm going to send the video, whatever. I'm just not going to send it right now because I'm busy. I'm doing something, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'm still waiting for the video. I am still waiting for the video apologizing to these people. But it's okay because I am going to have to make a video apologizing to the people and having to say why you didn't show up since you can't do it. I know I'm winning the case. Like, people are so like, I don't know what, and you know what, it's not even, I can't even really say it's just people in Panama because people from America be coming and doing credit card scams, okay? They buy things and then turn around and say that they call their credit card company and say that they weren't there. So I can't even just say, oh, it's a Panama thing. It's just a people thing. I think after COVID, everybody just losing batshit. Exactly. I won the puppy thing too. This is why I'm like, the problem is this artist, I'm going to just wait until I do my live apologizing to everybody. People be trying it. I'm telling you, people are so money hungry that they are willing to do whatever for some coins. And in my mind, I'm like, why do you think in your mind that when you get money the wrong way, why do you think it's going to last forever? That's when you lose the money the fastest and it'll never come back.
Tecnoplaza, es aquí, es ustedes.
Ni sé lo que es eso.
Sí, la dirección que estoy buscando que dice que es Tecnoplaza por el Banco del Istmo, pero no.
So anyway, so that's what happened in that situation or whatever. You know, I'm still taking it easy because I'm fighting court cases left and right because people here, they just love to take people for idiots. So I'm trying to like, I'm really thinking like, what should I do? Should I go? Do I want to go? And I don't even know what I want to do right now in regards to that person. But right now, honestly speaking, I'm at a point where I do not want to hire any other Panamanian artist except for the first one that I dealt with ever because I know the manager. Me and the manager has a really good relationship. He's super professional. The problem is he's not managing a whole bunch of artists, right? So, and plus it's not, I'm just like done. So I had seen my friend, the one that manages the first artist, and I was like, hey, listen, next year, I'm not dealing with nobody else. I'm not hiring no Panamanian artists unless it's that person. So if y'all see the same artist that performed a year ago, at least y'all know he gonna show up. at least y'all know he gonna show up. Cause these other ones, por eso andan como andan. Anyway, so aside from that little debacle, rum and brunch was definitely a blast. Okay, we had about 100 and something people that came out for the Carnival edition. There was a group that came in earlier, and they came from YouTube. So shout out to what is her? Hold on, let me see what her name is. Hold on. They were so sweet. It was a couple of people that came from YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now what her name is. Her name is Deja and her mom. So thank you guys for coming to Rum and Brunch. Thank you for choosing Rum and Brunch for your guests. I know for some people it probably, oh, I'm all spitting. It probably was like, what is happening or whatever, but you know, it was amazing. They really came all the way out from different parts of the US and they came out deep and they were super respectful. They left early though. They ain't stay for the whole thing, but I still appreciate the fact that they came all the way to Panama and decided to party with me. So thank you to all of that. And then there was Maya, I think that's her name, Maya also. Maya came to Rum and Brunch and she also came to the store to buy hair. So, you know, I really have to really thank my YouTube community for really like holding me down because it's y'all, it's YouTube and TikTok. Instagram is like running last place. But so then that was that. But then so let me tell you about Colón, okay? Colón was on fire on Sunday, all right? Oh my God, I had the best time. Let me see if I could show you guys some of the videos that I have. I'm saving it for my vlog, but it was just so good. Hold on. Déjame enseñarte. Look at this, y'all. Hold on. Let me tell you, I had the best time. Like, Cologne was so lit on Sunday. Cologne was lit on Sunday. And then after that, so after they had the carnival, the only thing I will say is that I think because Cologne has been disappointed so many times with stuff being canceled, a lot of people didn't come out and jump comparsa. And they weren't as uniform. Because I don't know if you guys know, but like, back in the day, okay, when I say back in the day, I mean when I was much younger and I used to stay in Colón and I would jump comparsa with my cousins or whatever. The comparsas, they would have like uniform, like people would be uniform. It was a lot organized. The only ones that I felt like they were uniform was the campo, obviously. And the one from the bamboo. But other than that, it just seemed like everybody was like really thrown together. Like there wasn't like really no organization, but the comparsa was lit. Like everybody was happy. I think next year it would be better because more people will be like, okay, you know, it won't be like, okay, well, we don't know if it's going to happen, so we're not going to invest money in buying clothes or buying a uniform or buying whatever to jump comparsa. This time it just seemed like it was just no one, you know. All the soneros was off the, yes! They were so lit that after that, first of all, I seen so many Flatbush Panamanians there, okay? I felt like I was back home, okay? I seen so many people that I knew, so many Flatbush Panamanians. Every time I say, oh, I seen Flatbush Panamanians, everybody's like, why do you say that? I'm like, because they're Panamanians from Flatbush. I seen so many people I know. I seen my homeboy Felipe. I seen my homeboy Felipe that was brincando comparsa with the campesinos. I seen a couple of people that I seen, okay? I seen so many people and I was just like, ah, ah! It was lit, it was lit. Anyway, I seen my cousins. Then after the comparsa was over, then we went to the Bumble. We went to the Bumble was lit. Okay, let me see if I gotta save this for the vlog. Went to the Bumble, was there, whatever. Everybody was turning up. Everybody was having a great time. You know, let me tell y'all know the Panamanian dance that everybody be doing. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. They be like this. This the Panamanian dance. Hold on. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then they act like they scooping up something. You know the Panamanian dance? That was what's going on, okay? Then after that, we was in a Bumble for a little bit. Then after that, we went to Calle Cuatro. And then I seen, because we was driving somewhere. I see my homeboy. He was like, oh, pull up. Well, he didn't say pull up because he's not American, so he doesn't say pull up. But basically, he's like, oye, sal del carro, ven a parquear un rato. And I was like, oye, tú tienes Don Julio para mí. Y él dice que claro. Y eso va. So that's how that went or whatever. So then after that, we was chilling on Calle Cuatro for a little bit. I seen a couple of people that recognized me from brunch. A couple of other people, ran into my cousins. It was just a vibe. I think I left at like 1 o'clock in the morning to drive back to the city, mind you. And there were still people that was coming into Cologne in taxis at 1 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, the next day was the first day of school. I asked my cousin, I was like, yo, are you not, your daughter don't have school tomorrow? She's like, yeah. I'm like, so how you outside? She's like, oh no, ella está en el tarde. And I'm like, and she's with her friend. I was like, what about your daughter? She's like, no, ella está en la mañana, pero no te preocupes, yo voy a levantar. And I'm like, yo, Panamanian people are so happy. Happy. People from Cologne, them happiness. Happy. When I tell you, it was so much people outside, I didn't even realize that Monday was the first day of school because everybody and their mama was outside. Everybody. You know what other band was good also? The comparsa from Alcoiris also was really, really good. It was a vibe. They be loving that. You know exactly, Jonah. You know exactly what step I'm talking about. They be like, then they do the scoop up, the bend down and the scoop up, like they scooping up something off the floor. You know exactly what I'm talking about. They be like, whoa, and then they have the beer in their hand. They be like, I was like, it brought me back to my childhood. They be like this. Ra loco, wape. Oh my God. So then I was with my friend, right? She could be a diputada, okay? She could be a diputada because every time we went walking, she knew somebody, okay? This is her. Oye, amiga, ¿cómo tú estás? Oye, tiempo sin verte. Ay, hola. Yo, every block in Cologne, not even every two, every half a block, she had to stop to speak to somebody. Me and her brother was like, she needs to run for politics because she will win. And then what took the cake? This took the cake, right? So we in the Bumble, right? And of course she's She know everybody, okay? She's talking to everybody. Cool. A girl comes up to her, and the girl is like deaf, right? Do you know this girl bust out talking in sign language? I said, well, dog. I looked at her like, not sign language. She was able to tell me verbatim what the girl was telling her. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You really need to run for politics because you literally stopped to talk to everybody. Everybody. You know exactly, if you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly who I'm talking about because I posted a picture with her. She know every rascal person in Cologne. She know, when I tell you she know everybody, from the time the first stop in the extra, we had to go to the grocery store. She's talking to this, she knows everybody. But Cologne was so lit. Like, I had the best time in Cologne. Anyway, guys, so my back to school drive that I am doing, sorry. We actually pushed it back so that we're able to get like more donations because you guys are not donating. I got more donations for Christmas than I got for back to school, but it's okay. Whatever you guys donate, I'ma just match it. So yeah, we were supposed to give out the stuff on the 8th of March, but then I forgot that it was Carnival, right? So we're actually gonna push it back to the end of the month. So you guys can still donate. You guys can still donate. I will leave the link for my for the GoFundMe in the description box. Also, Rum and Brunch weekend. You guys know Rum and Brunch weekend. Hold on, y'all. No leen. No.
Dios mío, he vuelto. Viste, ayer vine rápido. Yo vine lenta. ¿Dónde está mi amigo?
Está comiendo.
Ay, Dios mío. No sé qué voy a hacer. Te lo juro que no sé. Este tú no tienes sin que tenga los rulos.
No.
Y el porra dice que no quiere que la amiga tenga el mismo pelo de ella.
Pero córtalo, pues. Tú puedes cortar los rizos.
Pero imagínate, lo voy a pagar.
Ah, bueno, no sé.
O sea, la idea es comprar uno que no tenga los rizos. Esto ya viene los moños listos, ¿eh?
Sí, pero de eso solamente hay lo que está ahí, no hay mucho.
¿Y como cuánto necesito para la cabeza?
4 a 5 paquetes. ¿Es una niña?
No, como yo.
O sea, una mujer grande. Tiene que ser así como 5 paquetes.
Pero este es corchea.
Sí.
Este nada más mete y ya.
So anyway, guys. So yeah, so Rum and Brunch weekend is January 16th to the 18th. So if you guys are interested in coming and getting your groups together, contact me so we can get the whole group rate going on. What else? Rum and Brunch. I'm actually not gonna do a Rum and Brunch the first Sunday in April. It's actually gonna be moved to like the 15th. That weekend. And then in May, it's not gonna be the first either because I'm gonna go see Vibes Cartel in Costa Rica. Because I tried to see Vibes Cartel in New York and the tickets was ridiculous. I was like, no. No vibes. You came out of jail and you being cute. No. Absolutely not. Did you guys see the ticket prices for the Barclay? It's crazy. No. I have never been to a Beyonce concert, and I complain about, I've been to like a Destiny's Child concert like once, but a Beyonce concert, I'm not I would never pay those prices. So I'm definitely not giving Vibes Cartel my rent money. Those prices are ridiculous. Oh yeah, I did see the On the Run tour, but the On the Run tour, I didn't pay for it. So let me explain something to people because this is actually a really good question. Why is he going to Costa Rica and not Panama? Costa Rica has a bigger dancehall scene. Costa Rica, the people live, breathe Caribbean music. Those days when people were eating up reggae and dancehall in Panama has long gone. Okay, the people that used to be doing what they call pasa pasa and all that, they're grown now. So So the dance hall scene is not the same anymore. I see now, like, ever since I started doing rum and brunch, I'm starting to see more people doing, like, dance hall events. But the thing is, they're still stuck in the music from 2000. It's like, I mean, I love Elephant Man. I love Bounty. I love 98, 2000. But there's so much new music that is out. Why are we still playing the same music? But in Costa Rica, like they pay for artists to come out and the people are paying. It's a problem when they have like artists, like even Butcher concert that they had here. I thought the tickets was fair. The VIP, like the the ultra VIP was like two something. And then the other tickets was like 80 and then 40. People were complaining. Even like with me trying to figure out which artists I'm gonna bring next year for Rum and Brunch, it's difficult because people don't want to spend more than $25. And these dancehall artists cost a lot of money. They cost a lot of money, and they're not taking no less than $10,000. So imagine you paying for artists $10,000 for an artist to come, and just at the door is $25, and you don't even know if you're even gonna make that money back. No, Valiant, no.
Pues dime este cabello para hacer estas trenzas. ¿Cuáles tienen?
Todo lo que están ahí.
Ah, y las puntas no vienen. ¿Esa punta se hace o viene así?
Es bien así, es un cabello liso, solamente lo tengo así corto, pero lo que había no hay y no había en color negro tampoco.
Ah, ok. Bueno, gracias.
A la orden. But the OG artists are not cheap either. OG artists want, I try to book Spragga Benz. Spragga Benz wants 25K. Those old artists, they not. So imagine if the old artists are charging 25, 30K, the Valiant and all those other people, they want 40, 50. If I was in some place like maybe like another Caribbean island, then maybe. And then the thing is like you don't have, like, people aren't sponsoring dancehall events in Panama because they know that people are not spending their money. Okay? They are more likely to spend money on a salsa concert or a typical concert because they know that those are the people that are gonna let the money loose. But dancehall and reggae, no. It ain't like how it was before. Trust me, I've had people like, oh, well, why don't you bring such and such? I'm like, are you guys gonna pay for the ticket? Are you gonna buy the tickets? No. So people are like gonna criticize it, but people really don't understand the things that go on like behind the scenes. It is. The culture is dying. The culture is dying. It's dying. I don't know what's up with our people. When I say our people, I don't know what's up with our people, but for some odd reason, we're not like teaching our kids anything. It's crazy. That's a whole nother topic, honey. And that's also one of the issues. I mean, it's not. Yeah, that's one of the issues. I spoke to, excuse me, I spoke to a couple of people about these issues, and they all said the same thing. It's so much mixing going on that the culture is just slowly dying, 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 dying. They probably don't even know what Beijing is. They probably don't even know where Barbados is. So, all right. So one of the things that I want to do, what I plan on doing, is showcasing more of that. I feel like a lot of it has to do with no representation, lack of representation. Me personally, I'm trying, but I'm only one person. So there's only but so much that I could do. So that's why I really like the engagement and need help with engagement, like people sharing and letting other people know about what's happening so that it'll make it a little bit more easier. That part, girl. You haven't viewed my channel, girl, because I haven't been on here like that. But I said, I know every time I come on here, I say, okay, I'm going to come back on. But it's literally because my daughter, she's about to go back to school now. So when she goes back to school, I'll be able to, like, do things more. I'll be able to do more things. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm on my other page, but I always love your page because my family, I mean, I've seen so many expats in Panama being pushed on TikTok and always wonder where are the locals. I use TikTok, but I only really use TikTok for my rum and brunch page. I do have a personal TikTok, but again, I haven't really been uploading much on there because I just haven't had the time. No, I'm not gonna leave YouTube. I think YouTube has been the most productive for me. TikTok, maybe, but yeah. Everyone's going to Costa Rica. Everyone's going to Costa Rica. All the main artists go to Costa Rica, but again, Costa Rica has limon. Costa Rica also has a part of Costa Rica that they call Little Jamaica. So they have, and Costa Ricans also keep their culture. Not so much in Panama. That doesn't happen. Like that generation of my father, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, that generation is not no more. I gotta find him. I have to find him. I have a lot of content that I'm working on, but y'all, so, okay, I have a lot of stuff that's going on. I am redoing I'm remodeling my home. And that's another thing. I'm remodeling my home. My daughter broke my lighting camera, so now I have to buy a whole buy an entire different lighting camera. Once Gia goes back to school, I'll be able to do so much more. But even though she was with the babysitter, when she knows that I'm home, Gia does not give me a break. Girl, and don't even, let me tell you, and not only, the another thing that you guys don't know is like, there's a lot of people that is beating me down in the back, okay? In the behind the scenes, there is a lot of people that do not want to see me win. There's a lot of people that be doing stuff all the time to try to like F me over, okay? Because they not seeing it how I'm seeing it. They seeing it like, who the hell is this BITCH? Trust me. There's a lot of people. There's even people, some people that you may follow that are influencers that feel that way. Look, I'm going to give you guys a prime example or whatever. I'm literally trying to push the Afro-Caribbean culture here in Panama, which includes Afro-Caribbean culture, Panamanian Afro-Caribbean culture. There are people that are in positions that are trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, but they will never reach out to me because why? They will never reach out to me because they feel like, okay, well, no, like I need them kind of thing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's very much like, oh, I'm not reaching out to her because I'm me. She needs to come beg me. And that is one of the main reasons why I kind of do things on my own, because I'm not big on like ego trips. Like that to me does not matter. The same person I am online is the same person I am offline. Anybody who has met me in person will tell you the same thing. I am the same person. Okay, there's no faking it with me. You know that whole, let me tell you something. You know how that whole crab in the barrel mentality, how they hold pin slaves against each other? That is still, let me tell you something. I love Panama so much, but these people have a lot of, I shouldn't say these people because that's rude, but what I do notice now that I'm like interacting more and going out more, that colonizer mentality still exists here. There aren't that many people that don't realize that mentally they're still slaves. So a lot of people have that like crab in the barrel mentality. They not trying to see you win. And if you have a mentality like me where it's like, oh, well, I'm just trying to help, they will literally take advantage of you. Let me tell y'all what happened. The audacity. And this is not even, I don't even know if I should put this out here, but I'm so sick and tired of people. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am so sick and tired of people. And I am trying my best so that my heart don't turn black. Because having that mentality that I have where it's like, oh, well, I want to see everybody win, has put me in so many situations, really fucked up situations that I should not have been in had I thought a different way. You literally cannot think, like, this whole industry is very much cut and dry. It's like, it's kind of worse, or not worse, but kind of the same as, what was that show on Netflix with the girl that was a drug dealer? What's her name again? Queen of the South. That is how I feel. I feel like I am the queen of the South, but in the entertainment industry. I'm going to tell you what somebody did to me, and I have And this has nothing to do with the Panama situation. This is just people. And it got so bad to the point that when people ask me, are you looking for investors? Are you looking for a partner? I'm like, no, I'll do it by myself. The first time I did the event, somebody asked to come in. They didn't put up no money. They didn't do anything but expected to get paid and didn't put up nothing. Stupid me on some, I was thinking different, but that was that. I learned my lesson. The second go around, somebody comes to me and says to me, hey, I want to come in as a partner with you on Rum and Brunch weekend. Well, not the weekend, on one particular event. I said, okay, cool, no problem. Money talks, all right? When it comes to money and dealing with money, and if I'm dealing with business, I'm a very transparent person. I am not a thief. I don't like to run game on people. I don't like to scam people. I don't like to play with people's money, period. That's people that I work with, that work for me also. They'll tell you, you can ask anybody that I work with if I play with their money. I don't like to play with people's money. But for some odd reason, people love to play with me, and they love to play with my money, including people that worked for me in the past, but that's a whole nother story. So I should have seen the red flags, right? But I didn't see the red flags, but I see them now. So this particular person, we were looking for artists to perform at the event or whatever. And I'm like, I had, shot called different names. But what I realized was when it came down to putting deposits down on certain situations, like for example, the event space, when it came down to putting money on the event space or putting money down in a certain place, it was always an excuse like, I'm in such and such place right now, so I don't have access to my Zelle account, so I'm going to send it to you when I get home. Or you just put a deposit, I'm going to give it back to you. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Put down a deposit for the place or whatever. He contacted me about another place too, another place where we were supposed to put a deposit down on another place. He had said that he had spoke to the owner, but then the owner, it was just weird, right? So I ended up finding another place or whatever, which is the place where I ended up doing Rum and Brunch weekend. Well, the last event, which was the Rupee event. So I ended up doing the event there. And when it came down to putting down the money on a place, he couldn't come up with his money. And I was like, okay, this is weird or whatever. He's like, no, because I'm in such and such place. So now when I met this person or whatever, stupid me again, the person was like, oh, they own their business. Like they used to come to a lot of my events, right? They used to come to a lot of my Rum and Brunch events. They said that they owned a particular business in this particular country, which is why they were always in Panama. Because, Panama is like a hub to go to like different countries. So that's the reason why they said that they was always in Panama. And they used to always come to Rum and Brunch or whatever. Same thing with the other dude, this other guy that was like, oh, you looking for a partner? I'm like, no, I'm not looking for no partner. I'm good. So, he's like, hey, I know such and such person. If you want, I can speak to them to give it to you at this price, at this deal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I checked it out. He really did know the person. So that part wasn't a lie. So I went ahead and transferred my portion of the money, and he was supposed to put up his portion of the money. All of a sudden, he's like having family issues and family drama, sick family members, et cetera, et cetera. And at first, I believed it. I'm like, damn, that's really messed up. But now you put me in a weird situation because now how am I supposed to ask you, yo, what is going on with the deal if you got whatever family member sick? Like, I feel like horrible asking, So then another time I hit him up and he's like, oh, mind you, I transferred him my portion of the money for the artist. I'm like, yo, so get me the contract. Like, I need the contract and sign the contract. I got the contract, signed the contract. I'm like, okay, cool. Out of that money, he only sent the artist $500. Now, that is not what the agreement was. So when an artist performs, because a lot of people don't know, suppose an artist is charging you $10,000, you got to give a 50% deposit to make sure that artist is showing up. Outside of that, sometimes you negotiate, sometimes you don't. Where the artist, you give them, everything all in, where you just give them one flat fee and that covers their hotel, their flights, and everything else. Most of the time, that's not the case. Like, you have to give them a deposit, and then the flight and the hotel and their per diem and everything else, that's a whole separate fee that you have to pay. So anyway, so they sent me the contract. I signed the contract. I sent him back the contract, and I sent it back to send it back to the artist. But I never got the contract back, like received, signed back. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? So time is passing, mind you. This happened in like October. I sent the money on Halloween Day. November passed, October, the time is going. Oh no, I'm gonna send the money. I'm gonna send my portion of the money. I'm in such and such country, and I don't have Zelle, so I can't put up the money. And I'm like, yo, this is so weird. So he went and got the flyer made, right? It wasn't a flyer that I particularly liked, but I guess, you know, it was a collaborative effort. So I thought I just let it rock or whatever. I'm like, oh, how much do you need for the flyer? Oh, no, I got it or whatever. Okay, cool. He got the flyer made for the event, got the photo that the artist was going to use. So I'm thinking everything, I'm peeling y'all. I'm thinking everything is all peachy cream or whatever the case may be. Cool. Now the time is flying. I still haven't gotten the contract back. Now oh, I hit him up like, yo, what's going on? Oh, I'm still in such and such place. This is busy season for my business. I'm not leaving to go back to New York or whatever right now. I said, so what about the money? Like, how am I good? Like, oh, well, if you want, you can. So why would I give up? I already gave you my deposit. So now you telling me, oh, if I want, get an attitude, if I want, I can send the deposit, the half of the deposit to the artist, or the artist. But what about the money that I already sent you? Okay, cool. I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to be patient. He keep on saying the family member's sick, the family member's sick, and now I'm starting to feel bad because I'm like, should I not ask about the family member? Like, should I not ask about what was going on? Because business still has to continue. Business still has to continue. So it's Thanksgiving Day. Mind you, Rum and Brunch is in January. Okay? Now we on Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving was like the 25th of November. Like my mother said, a spirit to tell me. A spirit to tell me. Go look on the contract and call the phone number that's on the contract. So I called the number on the contract, and I'm like, hey, is this such and such? I'm just calling to find out what's going on because I don't know if this is a scam. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea if this is a scam. I'm like, do you know such and such person? The person says, the manager is like, oh, no, I don't know such and such person. Such and such person is friends with the artist. And, you know, they were doing a favor because the price that you got it for, whatever, it was a family discount, whatever. But the dude just ghosted him. And I'm like, okay, but I sent him my money. He's like, you know, this is a really cutthroat industry. This is what the manager's saying. This is a really cutthroat industry. It's a really rough industry. And there's a lot of shady people. That's all he told me. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? Because he's on the flyer. Like, he's the person that's supposed to sing. And he was like, you know, it's so funny that you even hit me up because the artist told him to dead the event because they only gave him $500. So my thing is, so at what point, if you are having family issues, that's cool. But at what point were you going to let me know what was going on? Because it's my name on the line. It wasn't nobody else's name on the line. And that really pissed me off because I'm like, I worked so hard to build this brand by myself. You came along on some, oh, you know, oh, I believe in what you're trying to do. I want to work with you. I want to do this. I want to come in as an investor. And then you turn around and do something like this. That's crazy. No apology, no nothing. So I was just like thinking like, oh my God, like what am I going to do now? So he's like, well, you're going to have to send the balance for the deposit because he only sent $500. So what did I have to do? Scrape up the rest of the money or whatever and send him that deposit. So I ended up sending him the deposit or whatever. And then we were able to like move forward with the show and everything else that had transpired or whatever. But that person, when I hit them up, like, I need my money. Like, what's up with my money? I sent a request through Zelle. They're like, oh, well, I'm only going to give you back this because I paid for the flyer and I paid for this. And I didn't want to, like, basically fight over money. But technically, I shouldn't have to, you shouldn't have deducted shit. Okay? I said, just send me whatever you're gonna send me. Like, I'm at this point, like, I'm just like done. Oh, well, I can't help you promote the event no more because I got a lot going on or whatever, whatever. If you need help with something else, let me know. Help with what? I don't need help with anything anymore because you didn't even apologize to me. You probably went and told whoever because there's people that he introduced me to while he was in Panama that used to come to Rum and Brunch. They didn't show up to Rum and Brunch even though they claimed they were coming to Rum and Brunch. But they didn't show up. Why? Because you probably told them whatever lies. And they're not going to come and ask me my side of the story because they don't want to be, they're not going to tell me their side of the story. Or they're not going to ask me, hey, what happened or whatever, or what's going on. I just kept it pushing. I kept it pushing. I kept doing my event regardless of whatever obstacles, because there was a lot of obstacles that was in the way. And people don't see that. People don't see all the things that happen behind closed doors. They don't see any of that. They don't see the tears. They don't see the moments when you're saying like you don't want to do this anymore. They don't see any of that stuff. They just see the outcome. After that moment, I'm lying. After that moment, I still didn't learn my lesson because I still let 2 other people get away with foolishness. But I think I have learned my lesson for real. I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to stop seeing the good in people and to treat people when it comes like that into business as is. This is how it is. If you don't like it, go kick rocks. It is. But I bet you if they tell their story, it won't sound that way. And I'm saying to myself, like, I don't understand how somebody could probably like twist it to make it seem like something different. Every situation that I have dealt with people is always because of me trying to help somebody out or trying to do something, but try not to have that crab in the barrel mentality. I swear to God, every single situation has been that way. And I'm done. Like, I'm really done with like trying to help people and do all that stuff. When it comes to Rum and Brunch, this is a brand that I have built by myself. I have invested so much of my own money that I didn't even have. I haven't benefited financially from Rum and Brunch, but other people have. Like, everybody else have benefited from Rum and Brunch except for me. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I haven't benefited from it because I keep on doing things to help people. I'm not doing things that's like, okay, I got to do stuff in the benefit of the brand. Or how is this going to be beneficial to my brand? Because I wasn't raised that way to be like cutthroat and just like wicked. Like, I wasn't raised that way. But what I'm realizing is that I gotta be like Queen of the South. I had another situation where someone had asked me if someone could perform, and I told them, let me tell you something. If I can't do something for somebody, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, go do this. I'm gonna pay you this amount of money. Cause I don't. Let me tell y'all something. I work just like everybody else work. Okay, YouTube does not pay my bills. Okay, YouTube does not put food on my table. I gotta get up and work just like everybody else has to work. Okay, but for some odd reason, people swear I have this infinite amount of money that I could just be giving away to people just like that, and it don't work that way. So one other person or whatever had asked me if someone could perform at my event. I'm like, I don't have the budget to pay these people. Okay, I only have literally the budget to pay the main artist, okay, which I'm working on sponsorship for the main artist and the Panamanian artist. I don't have no budget to pay nobody else. DJ, that's it, okay? I'm literally up to here. I don't have the budget. They're like, oh, no, don't worry. I'm going to sponsor the person, whatever, whatever, whatever. The person comes and performs at the show and then turn around and ask me for money. And I'm like, I appreciate the fact that you came out here and you performed, you know, but I told the person who brought you here that I didn't have the funds to pay you. And it was basically like, no, don't worry, sis, I got you. And that's not what it was. And that's the thing, like, the scheming is not only from people in Panama, because it's not only people in Panama that be scheming. Like, I think after COVID, or I don't know if it's the economy, everybody trying to see how they could just shuck and drive out of people, or I don't know what the hell they be trying to do. But it's really disgusting. And the thing is like, if I really like handle people like how I used to handle people a few years back, people are gonna be like, oh, she's a bitch, or she don't know how to talk to people, or she's this and she's that. I can play voice notes of the disrespect that I have received from certain individuals, and when I gave them back that same energy, all of a sudden I was a bad person. Voice notes was so rude and disrespectful that I sent it to my lawyer. And my lawyer was like, why are you allowing these people to talk to you like this? Literally, it just seems like everyone is just trying to leash onto whoever they can leash onto as a money grab, literally. Which is why, me personally, I am not trying to make no new friends. I am literally scared to meet new friends. I'm scared to go places with people. I'm scared to go out with people because you just don't know what type of shit people be on. Hi, Bazina. Let me tell you, it was so crazy. Like, just today, this morning, I was like, you know what? I'm about to not do rum and brunch anymore because I'm just like really just tired. And I got this sweetest message from someone that came to rum and brunch weekend. And she had said to me like, she said to me like, my mom had died 6 months prior to her coming to Panama. And prior to her mom coming to Panama, she used to always be traveling and stuff like that. And she was depressed for like 6 months. And she says to me, like, you know, that was my first time in Panama, and I had the time of my life. You were so compassionate. You gave me so much grace. You were just welcoming. And I know right now you probably don't feel like, I feel like I'm about to cry. You probably don't feel like you being appreciated or whatever you're doing is not appreciated, but just know that you're helping out other people that in ways that you don't even know that you're helping these people out. You could be helping out a person. And it's on my rum and brunch page, so you guys can, like, if you want to hear it, I left it on there. I just blocked out the person's name and I blocked out the person's picture, but the voice note that she left is on there. And that literally made my heart break because I had no idea that this girl's mom died. And she had came to rum and brunch events. She didn't come to all the events, but she came to like 2 events or whatever. And the 2 events that she came to, trust me, you know, I treat anybody that's in my place of business, whether it's in the store or I'm working or rum and brunch event, I try my best to treat people how I want to be treated as a customer. Thank you, Tiffany. I think I was talking to my a friend earlier, and I said to him, you know, I'm not the person that I'm gonna sit up here and cry about whatever issues I have going on or whatever, like, oh, you know, let's just say, I ain't say that this has happened, but I'm just giving you an example. Did not happen to me, but I'm just giving you an example. If my light is cut off or I'm going through whatever financial burdens, I'm not gonna burden somebody else with my burdens. Okay? You will never know if I'm going through something like that because I'm just not the type of person to sit up there and cry about stuff like that. You gotta figure it out, you gotta make it work. But for me, I sometimes feel like people don't have that grace for me. Like they always coming to me and asking me or for like favors or just assume like I'm just this super person that I don't go through shit or I don't have no type of situations that's going on in my life. Or maybe they just think I'm like really rich or something. I have no idea. But it's really like the lack of consideration for me. Like they have no consideration for other people. Like, if I ask you, for example, if I say to you, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you pick this up for me or whatever? When I see you, I'm going to make sure I give you back your money. Because I don't know where you took that money out from to give it back to purchase this item for me. You understand what I'm saying? But for me, people will be like, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you pick this up for me? Oh, I'm going to give it back to you in like 3 months. Why am I getting back my money in 3 months? You don't know what I went through to do that favor for you or what I had to go through to get that favor for you or to do that favor for you to assume that you could just pay me back or do whatever whenever you feel like it. It don't work that way. And this is what I'm saying about people that have, that's just an example I'm saying of people that don't have consideration. And there's so many people that lack consideration for other people, especially for me. I think because I don't be crying about my problems. People think I don't have problems or I don't go through things, especially money problems. No, but this is not Panamanian people. This is not, the people who I'm talking about that have lack of consideration, they're not Panamanians, they're Americans. Like those two incidents that I spoke about, they were from American people. They were American people that did this. Yes, Americans living abroad. Well, two of them were American living abroad. The other one didn't live in Panama. They were American though, but they were always in Panama. So yeah, I guess I don't know how you wanna think that. That's why I don't have. Let me tell you guys something. I roll for Dolo. I roll by myself, and that's the reason why I roll by myself. Like if I want to go out to eat, guess what? I'm gonna eat by myself. I'm gonna go by the bar. I'm gonna order me a drink, and I'm gonna talk to the bartender because me can't bother with the people too much. Oh, thank you. That part. That part. Like, literally, I had someone tell me this, like, oh, I can't wait for you to come back to New York because I need you to help me do something. And I'm like, you can't wait for me to come to New York for me to help you do something. Make it make sense, please, people. Because I'm not really understanding. I'm telling you, that COVID vaccine messed with a lot of people's brains because Audacity is given out for free 99. Exactly. So, like, for example, the person I was telling you guys about that was like really hella disrespectful to me to the point where I was like, no, 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 you, no, bitch. Okay, we're not gonna do this. I don't take disrespect like lightly. The minute I feel disrespected, I'm gonna curse you out, and then that's it. We don't need to speak again because I don't need that type of energy. I cannot be friends with people who I gotta be constantly arguing, cursing out. Like, that's crazy to me. I have friends that I've been friends with since I was 14, 13, 12 years old. And me and them have never gotten into arguments. Arguments, like full-blown arguments where we cursing each other out. I have never dealt with that with any of my friends that I have really long relationships with. So if you coming around and you're just a newbie and you're already starting with that type of energy, child, you gotta go. Because I don't need this in my life. Oh, but Zena, you so sweet, girl. Of course, all right, let me tell y'all what happened to me one time. I always got a story for y'all. So I had went to Texas for my friend's birthday. So my friend, we've been friends like for years. Like, we met in high school. I'm not in high school anymore. You guys know how old I am. If you don't guess, okay? I'm definitely been out of high school years ago. Um, so anyway, my friend invited another group of friends. Like, it was our friends from high school, and then it was another group of friends. So for the most part, I get along with everybody or whatever. But there's one girl that has like a really strong personality. Now, I have a strong personality too, but my personality doesn't include degrading people. Like, I don't degrade people. Hold on, y'all. Um, sorry, y'all. So anyway, everything was fine or whatever, and then this girl, I can tell that she has low self-esteem. This girl is gorgeous, by the way. She's gorgeous. She got her body done, but she's still a pretty girl. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you she's not a pretty girl. And I know she had low self-esteem is because she's around other pretty girls. So, or pretty females, whatever you want to call them or whatever. But the way she was dressed, it was literally like to call the attention. Like, if you're wearing a whole see-through outfit and you got a BBL and you're wearing a panty and a bra underneath that, who do you think you're gonna attract? Like, what type of energy are you gonna attract? So anyway, um, you know, Houston, Texas is not my vibe really. I went for my friend's birthday. I didn't really enjoy myself because, I don't listen to the type of music that they listen to. It was cute. I got to hang out with my friends from high school, but other than that, Houston, Texas is just not my thing, right? So at one of the brunches or whatever, I'm like, all right, I'm leaving early because they ain't playing no music I know, and I don't know none of this music. So yeah, I chilled out a little bit, put my little money in for my little bottle service, make her feel happy, and then I was out. So the birthday girl was like, oh, such and such is outside or whatever. You should just go out with her. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So me and another girl, we go outside or whatever, and we meet her. We're like, hey, let's catch a cab. To each his own. It's just not my thing. There are people who like Houston. I don't really like Houston. So, yeah. So we get in the cab. So this guy was trying to talk to her. So now you're in a whole nother state now, mind you. These are Southern people. These are Southern dudes. You don't know what type of energy these guys are. The girl was so disrespectful to the guy. Yo, get the... And I was just like, girl, like, you can't be doing that. Suppose this guy pull out a gun and shoot us down. So now I'm trying to defuse the situation. And I'm, like, talking to the guy. Like, he's like, the guy, like, was like, once he's seen her disrespect him, he turns his energy to me. But he wasn't turning his energy to me to try to talk to me. He was literally just like, okay, you know what? This girl is tripping. Let's just not make this awkward, right? So the guy's like, oh, did you have a good time? I was like, it's cool, but this is not really my vibe. He's like, where you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from New York. With the music, and he's going on and telling me about, they play music from New Orleans, blah, 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 whatever. So while me and the guy were talking, my girl jumps up and she's like, oh, what? She starts screaming at me or whatever, like, oh, why are you still talking to him? I dismissed him. And I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. You're doing too much, right? Calm down, you're doing too much. She proceeds to get louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. Now I'm like, this bitch done, now she trying me or whatever because she think I'm some big pussy. She about to see a side of me that they don't want to see. So anyway, this is all in the street. So, hold on, y'all, sorry. Hello? I text you and I said I'm going to call the man. Did you get the appointment for Gia? What? All right, bye. So now she starts getting loud. So now I'm feeling like my heat just rising up like this. The heat just rising or whatever. I'm like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to? Now I had to get Brooklyn, right? So now we get in the Uber. Now me and her are going back and forth in the Uber. And I was like, yo, now we gonna have to fight. Now imagine me, big 40-something, telling this person that we gotta fight because you brought me to that level, right? And so now when I started getting louder, she realized I wasn't playing with her. She started calming, like, low, like, bringing down, like, her guard or whatever. I'm like, yo, I can't talk to this girl. So me and her, like, going back and forth, whatever. I was like, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not no little girl. I'm not no little girl. Don't play with me. Do not play with me, little girl. So anyway, mind you, she older than me, mind you, and I'm talking like this. I say this to say, friendships like that, I don't need. Now I don't want to get to know you no more. Now I don't want to get to know you no more because I know that you're psycho. I know that you don't know how to control yourself. You don't know how to deal with people. And you're disrespectful. And I don't take disrespect very lightly. Many people think I'm migrating from other places, but all the realtors, yeah, I don't like Texas. No, thank you. That's what I'm saying. People be crazy. Like, people really be trying it. And that's why I say, you know what, let me just stick to myself. I'm going to go outside. If I want to go out. I didn't like it. Texas, No disrespect to anybody that live in Texas. It ain't for me. The heat was ridiculous. The food was literally like high blood pressure food, full of diabetes. No thanks. That part. No thanks. So yeah, I had to leave that girl alone. So anyway, she eventually she apologized or whatever. But I was like, girl, you can apologize all you want, but we're done because I don't do disrespect. I'm very respectful to my friends. Me and my friends have not, we don't do that. No, we weren't in the guy's car. We were waiting for the Uber. So we were standing outside waiting for the Uber when she done cursed the guy out. And here I am thinking the guy was about to like pull out a gun on us and shoot us. In Texas, I think you could carry a gun. But the thing is, in her mind, she thought that the guy was trying to talk to me and I was trying to talk to the guy back but the guy tried to talk to her first. That's what she was thinking in her mind. But that was definitely not the case. The guy was literally not trying to talk to me. We were outside of this little day party place waiting for the Uber when the guy approached her. And she was so disrespectful to this guy. She was like, "You're dismissed. Get out of my face. You bum ass." That's how she was talking to this man. Yes, but the point was because I explained to my friend, which is her friend, the situation. I'm like, the guy was not even trying to talk to me. The guy really was just like, you know what? Let me just ignore this girl or whatever. And he turned his direction to me. And I'm literally trying to diffuse the situation because, like I said, we're in a whole nother country. I don't know, not country. We're in a whole nother state. I don't know nobody in Texas. I don't know nobody in Texas, and I'm not trying to get shot up. Well, she crashed out, child. She crashed all the way out. She crashed, okay? Exactly. All she had to do was say to the guy, "Oh, no thank you," or whatever. But again, you're wearing a see-through lace bodysuit with a bra and panty, and you have a BBL. So obviously, you're going to attract these men lusting. See? Girl, just don't be a crazy like these other people, child. Do not be a crazy, because I'll goodbye. No, but anybody that I have met that came to Rum and Brunch, they were so cool. I'm trying to figure out what to do to my hair next. But yeah, girl, hear me, girl. Like, I'm talking on the phone. Yeah, girl. I don't even know if there's a man in here still. I'm like, yeah, girl. But yes, guys. So that is the latest tea. That is the latest tea. This is the latest tea that I have for y'all. But I'm gonna try to put together the vlog that I did in Colón and the Bautizo del Diablo. And I'm gonna try to get that up this week. Gia's going to start school on Thursday. Gia's birthday is on Friday though, so I don't know. Gia's school is on Friday, so I don't know. Gia's birthday, sorry, is on Friday. So I think I'm gonna get back in the groove of thing on Monday next week, fresh. Yeah, on Monday. I'm gonna start back on Monday because Gia is gonna be in school, so because y'all don't know how my daughter is. Y'all don't know how my daughter is. Gia is I have an event the 22nd. I don't have anything the 24th because I will not be here. Wait, let me see. The 24th is a Monday. I won't be here. One of my good friends from childhood, she's getting married. See? See how I told you I have my friends from long time? My childhood friend who happens to be Panamanian too, we grew up together. She's getting married, so I'm going to her wedding. You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't really want no new friends, because everybody crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna do the vlogs again, but I just gotta let you guys know I'm remodeling my house right now, so my house looks a little bit dusty, a little bit crusty. I don't even have a kitchen right now. And I'm low-key kind of scared to put certain things on the internet because we got like a little crazy people. I told you, everybody out there trying to money grab, money grab, money grab. So I'm not sure if I really want to show my inside of my house right now. The old videos I didn't really care about because my kitchen was a hot mess, but I'm remodeling my kitchen now. It's gonna be so beautiful. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. You know, I gotta go pray about it, okay, and ask God for protection. Buenas. One is for my future man, and my future kids. I'm not opposed to new girlfriends, but they are weird. Super weird and scary. All right, guys. I am going to log off. I'm trying to think about if I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna have a little birthday party for Gia or not. I don't really know, but we'll see. I'll decide in the next. I don't know. We'll see. Watch face, scary. I gotta protect myself because you know the eyes. You know, YouTube is a very public platform, and you'll never know who's watching you. So, you know, I'm talking about on a spiritual level. But I'm gonna exit off for now. I will try to come back on live tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I will check you guys another time. See you guys. Bye.